if you guys didn't know, we do have a Patreon. I just want to mention it real quick up front. And we have just been talking about so many things that are on the Patreon that are only on the Patreon. So if you'd like to check them out, patreon.com/whatthe-sweet-fuck. Welcome to another episode of What the Sweet Fuck. I'm Nicola Fodi.
And I'm your goddamn dream, Meghan.
And we're here to give you all things fuck related. What are you here for today, babe?
I'm here for our friend Ava Gordy's dance choreography reel.
Oh, yes.
I just want to shout it out because I'm proud of my baby Ava. Ava is my firstborn. And, you know, Ava just moved to New York. Ava's doing not only choreography, but doing like full-on private sessions and also like classes you can jump into for a few dollars, whether you know ballet or dance or anything like that, doesn't matter. And I've just known Ava for a long time. Great teacher, great person, and want Ava to do all of the things forever. So
I would love for Ava to be my dance teacher. You know, she loves dancing and she cares about her students. You know?
Ava just makes you feel like it doesn't matter what level you're at or if you've ever tried before. Like Ava's excited about the things that you're doing and makes you feel empowered and good. I think anyone that's taken a class with Ava would agree. So
yeah, like this review that I saw on Twitter just yesterday.
I mean, listen, I love it. And Ava's been talking a lot about, you know, gender within ballet and made that Buffer Festival video a few years ago. And I saw someone talking about how they're actually writing like a piece on gender in ballet and using that as part of their like dissertation, I feel like. So, I mean, I love it. What else can we say about Ava? I used to like going to her apartment with Darren a lot and hanging out with those pups. And
I mean, I'm also here for their TikToks in New York together. I'm sure I've said that before, but I literally log into TikTok almost every day and catch up to see if I've missed any, like specifically going to Darren's profile just to watch his TikToks. But I'm here for this.
I just saw Dick. Okay, I know this cake is a number one and it says, oh, it's a number one?
It's a number one and it says Emma. Read it down. Read the letters down.
I thought it said weed.
And
how does that say Emma? Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it the wrong way.
Yep. I
mean,
saw
you know,
this.
Who made these M's and these E's?
Could not stop laughing. Granted, I may have been on the message on the cake. You know what I mean? But
can we talk about, I mean, the dick and the weed are both very interesting to me. I'm very interested in the little figures that are above it on the ball section.
It does absolutely look like that picture that is supposed to
it's like it's like not supposed to make sense. Yeah. In particular, out of the three figures that I see, and granted this is blurry and I'm just going off it, it looks like a bear or a monkey passed out on its back with its belly out, just naked to the world. Yeah, and maybe some kind of little dinosaur gorilla that looks fucked up in the eyes, and then for some reason like a duck bird just sitting
up. And what is it sitting on? Is it a cushion?
Someone went to a Kroger's and trusted a teenager to make a cake. I want to know what the directions were. I want to know like what was the slip they filled out where they were like, okay, so Emma's first birthday, all right, we want it to be can we get a flesh colored frosting, yes, with a white tip around it, yes, thank you, actually we'll draw out, can we perfect. And then also you know, she's one, so if we could just throw some like incapacitated drunk animals that look a little fucked up on top of it, she's gonna love it. See you tomorrow. I wonder if
I bet she did love it, you know.
I'm sure she did. I would love it. If you got me the weed Emma dick cake, dick cake.
I want the weed dick cake, the dick weed cake.
You know, I did go for like a bachelorette weekend in Vegas a few years ago, and there was a penis cake, and I feel like we ate from and of that penis cake for days. That penis cake was breakfast. That penis cake was lunch, and that penis cake was dinner. That penis cake was after we left the club and chicken fingers were being ordered to the room. A little
Guess who was still there waiting?
The penis cake. The longest relationship of my life.
Something you can count on.
Truly, when I think of that trip, I think of that dick cake just sitting next to the window, cutting into it. And I think there might have been dick straws as well. It's a lot.
You know, of all of the things that we decide are like the thing to do for specific parties, like dick cakes being a part of like bachelor and bachelorette parties. I'm so proud of that being a part of the culture. I'm so glad we have that, you know?
Yeah, I love that, like right before you get married to someone, you're like, you know what I want to do first with a group of my closest girlfriends? Eat a jumbo size representation of your dick, because fuck the patriarchy, but also, have you seen my ring?
Okay, so today, oh no. Today I'm dying.
Daddy's throat's going.
Today I want to talk about this house that I discovered in New Jersey. Okay. I wish that I knew this house existed whilst I lived in New Jersey. Okay. I'm going to tell you the name of it and then I'm going to show you the pictures. Okay.
Okay.
The name of this house or palace is the Palace of Depression.
When you clicked on that, did you just see like your childhood home pop up? And
this place, it's hailed the strangest house in the world, whatever. It's called the Palace of Depression in Vineland, New Jersey, which is in South Jersey. And so basically this man built this house from like trash, mud, things he found around, essentially, you know, for free on a plot of land that he bought for $4. That happened to be a junkyard, a 4-acre junkyard. Okay, situated on swampland. Let's be sure.
Depression Island, I get it.
Here's the man. Look at him. Apparently, I mean, okay, this was.
Love the outfit.
He said this was his way of saying that the Great Depression wasn't impossible to overcome. Okay, sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's an art piece.
But it became a tourist attraction. So people started visiting it and going, and he got a lot of attention. And he really loved the attention. It says he got upwards of 500,000 guests, okay, charging them $0.25 per visit.
Goddamn right. I was going to say, I don't want 500,000 people showing up to shit unless they're paying money.
100%. And at a point when the public attention started to disappear, he still wanted that publicity. So what he did was, following the abduction of a 1-month-old infant from New York, Daner claimed that the kidnappers had visited his place and the FBI had combed the area for 2 weeks before realizing the story was a hoax. And
the story about him, the baby, was a hoax, or him?
I think him being involved with like that.
Good. So he wasted everyone's time looking for this.
Exactly.
All right.
Because he was so starved for attention. And then, you know, of course, his reputation descended from there. And no one, I guess, really wanted to go. While he was in jail for that, lying to the FBI, local residents destroyed the Palace of Depression. And it was
okay, but that's also like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot. But
like, I get it, but they also didn't send every policeman down to talk to this man. Like, this is an investigation that could have still been ongoing, besides the man that owns the Palace of Depression saying, hey, on their way to steal a child, they stopped by and took a picture in front of the fucking junk bin. Like, all right.
The house didn't do anything to you. Leave the house alone.
If this is not the most like Beauty and the Beast shit, like every time you watch a Disney movie and like, you know, it's not even Disney, it's history, and people show up and they're like, we're angry about this, let's destroy it, with their pitchforks and their moms.
Yeah. It doesn't work out well. But people 50 years later decided that they wanted to restore it. And so now apparently the Palace of Depression has opened its doors once again to the public. And so what I hope is that one day we can visit the Palace of Depression, because imagine the follow-up video to this one with us actually standing in front of it. You know, I hope it's still 25 cents.
I hope we move into it. That's what I'm calling my next apartment. Welcome to the Palace of Depression.
It reminds me a little bit of do you see Over the Moon on Netflix? Oh my god, it's not a Disney movie, but like it should have won multiple awards. It's so good. It's an animated feature, but the one of the characters in it goes to a place called like the eternal sadness or something like that, and that's what it reminds me of.
I relate.
Who are we?
I'm texting you, but I looked up depression. And the gift that came up was this person on. I got demons running all through me. And that's what I would do as I got to the Depression Palace and I laid on the ground and I felt the energy of the space.
I don't know what that gift is doing there. I really don't. But
every once in a while you find a gem.
I do appreciate that it exists.
Please go use that today.
I looked up the word palace and I don't know why I'm getting a lot of soccer gifts. So, I'm just going to have to use one.
I thought you were a huge soccer fan.
Oh, love soccer. Love them balls. That's me waiting for my chance to go to the Palace of Depression. Just disappointed that I didn't know.
Here's my ticket. Where do I drop my quarter? There. How much is it to go to the Palace of Depression now? Is it and where does that money go? What happened to this man? Did he ever make it out? Is he getting the residuals from this? Did someone buy the land? Is it his family that's collecting? Who did this? Was it one of those motherfuckers that burned it down and then swooped in to take the fucking real estate and build it back up to make more money later in life? Because something feels weird.
Let us know if you want an update video because I'll do a deep dive. I'll dive right in.
I would love a Palace of Depression deep dive from Nicola Foti.
You know what else I would like to dive deep into?
I would love to lay across these BBs.
Especially Jeremy Shaw.
Jeremy Shawshank Redemption, this.
Joan
of Arcadia, Joan of my heart.
Shannon Lemon.
Shannon, la 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 lemon, so sweet, so tart.
And William Harvale.
William say no shit Harvale.
We also want to give a thank you to Alexandra Eels.
Alexandra deep. Speaking of ocean of emotion, eels.
Cat heart.
Cat. Straight to the heart, and you're too late. You give love a bad name.
Elizabeth Geierman.
Elizabeth, wow. Elizabeth, I just want to guide you directly to paradise.
Heather Snitch for Aloydes.
Heather
Jennifer Best.
Jennifer, be best, and don't be like this trash truck, which you probably can't hear, but I can hear, and I can see it, and I can feel it. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But you know who's not a lot? You, babe.
Cat Waterflame.
Cat, I feel like you're... I've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently, Cat. And I don't know if you've ever been to the underwater temples, but every time I hear Cat Waterflame, I think of the time that I discovered the underwater temple in Minecraft and how I was just on my boat living and all of a sudden this little creepy like scorpion flew up and I couldn't move. And I spent like a whole week trying to figure out how to dig into the goddamn ocean to get to this thing. I'm bringing a cow with me. I'm drinking milk, trying to get past the poison. And then, in a high stupor, at one point, Keith and I did do it and we got the treasure and I don't remember how to do it. So it's stressful now. Thanks for your donation.
Okay, and now my fire alarm's going off.
Nicky is burning alive during this episode. Are you gonna have to, Nicky's gonna have to film the rest of this out in the parking lot with the rest of the tenants in his apartment building. Nicky's got to figure out how to go down the stairs for the first time instead of the elevator because nothing works. I actually don't know that, but I do know what happens in a fire in an apartment building because one time when I was in school, finals week actually, the 2 floors above me, a woman set a grease fire in her apartment because she left something cooking and went out to talk on the phone in the hallway. Don't know. Not a great story.
Oh.
And then when all the water came through that apartment to put out the fire, it all leaked down into our apartment.
Yes. And then you avoided paying rent, I think, or something,
I don't know
right?
if you've ever been 19, 20 years old and had to figure out how to report things to renter's insurance and take an inventory. But my book of Twilight got damp. So
Wow.
it was stressful.
Did we say Stephanie? Because it's so much.
Oh, and also
Stephanie. And Roberto XS.
Roberto 3XL XS.
And of course, thank you to all the BBs you see on the screen and the BBs you don't see, who are ghost BBs. If you'd like to join us and them in the afterlife, please visit patreon.com/whatthesweetfuck.
Boo.
Thank you, BBs. We appreciate you, your existence, your presence, and your presence with a T being the dollar bills. You can join us and them in the afterlife at patreon.com/whatthesweetfuck.
Come join us, demons. Let's go.
Also, watch the other episode on Meghan's channel, which is there where we talk about a completely different topic. Actually, 3 different topics. We got 2 here for it. End of the main story. So, just saying.
Listen, you love spending time with us. We light up your life. And so why don't you come enjoy that sunshine?
Yeah. Follow us places and Soundly Wake most places.
And if you can figure out how to spell Meghan Tonjes, you'll find me.
Good luck.
What if you weren't recording any of that?
Oh, I've thought about it. Anytime you see my eyes jut to the side, that's me checking if I pressed record.